So we're now at Burton Green on the outskirts of Coventry, and in the distance I think you might be able to see over there a white water tower. And when Coventry was bombed so badly in the war, that was the guideline for the German planes to come in. They came in and used that as their guiding light to find their way into Coventry. Well, nowadays somebody lives in it, but they've been trying to sell it. I would think there's a limited market for that. Now, the purpose today here in the United Kingdom in Burton Green is to go on to what's called the Greenway. It's an old redundant railway, and HS2, commonly called a high-speed rail link from Birmingham to London and maybe further north. And they put all these bits of paper up here to tell us, there's all the maps and things, and they're telling us in here, where's the maps? The maps are in here somewhere. Sorry about this. Yeah, there's all maps and things that tell us where we can't go, and through here is where we can't go shortly. So I'm taking this as an historic route, a muddy route, so that we can record this before HS2 take it over. We've had an investigation into its viability and value, and of course it was it's thought that it's going to say that it's not worth the money, it's a load of rubbish. But of course, politicians being politicians, they do whatever is for their own benefit and gain. So the politicians have rubbished it. It hasn't even been published yet. It's supposed to be published. This has been going on for 10 years. People not knowing whether they can keep the house or whether it's going to be compulsorily purchased. And it's just gone on, and now they still haven't published it. What's fabulous is that although it's not published, the politicians have already rubbished it because they want it to go ahead. But they've spent billions on it already. Billions of pounds. And they've done nothing. We haven't got a single piece of rail laid yet. And now, what with the hold-up for the election, I'm loving this mud. Can you see this? This is special. What with the hold-up for the election and the review, nobody still knows what is happening. I've got no idea. This is what countryside's about. I'm paddling through this mud, and no review about the mud on the path. We're looking right straight into the sun. I'm hoping that at some stage... Oh, we've got a river going across here. Oh well, that's an excuse to wash my boots. Now the sun has blotted a bit. Yeah, this goes through to the Greenway, and all of this through here will be taken over by HS2, so I won't be able to do this lovely walk. Well, lovely walk if you like paddling in mud. But it will be a historic piece of film, because this won't be available after a short while. I think the poor people in the houses nearby here are desperately waiting to see whether it's going to go ahead or not. My suspicion is because the business people want it to, it will happen. I don't think there'll be any doubt. But of course the current government was put into power by left-wing people who voted right-wing in the north, so he's got to give them a bit of a payback. So people were thinking they will cut the northern routes. Maybe there will only be the northern routes and the southern route will be lost. Who knows? My gut feeling is the whole lot will go ahead as planned. Just got to paddle through this mud. If my knees get wet, I'm going to give up, because that tells me it's probably too deep. So here we are. Amidst all this mud and slime, oh my word, look here. I'm hoping that the gimbal, just got to walk through this lot, don't know the best route. I'll just plod through the middle. Yeah, so this will be an historic. If the HS2 high-speed train goes ahead, then this will be an historic route. We won't be allowed through here at all. This is lovely through here in the spring. It's a pity we're facing directly into the sun, although I suppose still going through the mud. So this will be a piece of history. When HS2 is here, all this land here will be taken over. Presumably they're going to knock trees down, because again, trees are not important. You ask any politician, your own power is what's important. Trees are completely unimportant. Why would trees matter to anybody? Plough them all down, put in houses, put in trains. Don't worry about the trees. Oh, you say, oh, but they give out oxygen. Oh, we can do without oxygen. You know, any politician will tell you we don't need oxygen. Do you trust politicians? Amazingly, lots of people trusted politicians in the last election and voted for blatant liars. How can people do that? Wouldn't it be nice to have a truthful politician? I've never known one, but it would be nice to meet one. I met people from left and right during this election time a little while ago, and everybody was saying, I don't know what to vote, I hate the lot of them, but I feel I ought to vote because people died to get the vote for us. I mean, ordinary people. But on a lighter note, look, the sticky buds are coming out on the horse chestnut. This is beautiful woodland. It'll all be gone when HS2 comes. The whole lot of it will be gone. They'll dump all this. I do like these sticky buds. We used to take those home and let them come out at home. When we were little, we'd take a few of those home. You're probably not allowed to pick them now. You are allowed to knock them all down, but you're not allowed to pick them. It's wonderful, isn't it, the law of our country? I don't know of many more stupid countries than ours. You're not allowed to pick a flower, but you're allowed to plough it all down for a railway line. That's okay, isn't it? Now, this is where the HS2 is going to come along here. I've gone down the steps now. That's where it's coming from. And down there, you can see some yellow labels. Just down there, on the fence, it tells you can't go any further. So that bit has already been secured. And the bit where we are now, there's the steps I just came down. The bits that I just secured, the bits that I just came, all this bit along here, won't be allowed along here. So I can't do this walk. Well, I'm going to stop here and then start afresh. We've got down onto this is called the Greenway, an old redundant railway line, which is beautiful to walk. So thank you for watching. This is Burton Green near Coventry, United Kingdom, and we'll do the next piece in a moment.